If you watch Bad Bunny's halftime show and thought, I love this, but I have no idea what he's saying, relax, I'm here and we're fixing that today. In this video, we're learning 11 essential Puerto Rican slang words using the Super Bowl 60 halftime show, so you can finally understand not just Bad Bunny, but any other reggaeton artist on your playlist. And make sure you watch until the end, because I'm sneaking in a couple of secret words in Dominican slang, sharing some very interesting cultural facts. And the last word, trust me, that's the one you absolutely don't want to use wrong.
Ey, Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo a una, mañana otra. Pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo a una, mañana otra. Ey, me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP, un VIP. Ey, saludan a Titi.
The show started with the song Tití me preguntó. So of course, we have to start analyzing the word Tití. And who's better to explain it than Benito Antonio himself?
Es Tití, it's like tía, nuestras tías. Nosotros a las tías le decimos Tití, como que, o Titi. Pero eso es todo, como que una tía, Tití.
So Tití, it's an affectionate way to say tía. And even though it's mostly used by children, many adults keep using it because, well, they have been saying it since they were kids. Tití me preguntó then means my auntie asked me. The word tití comes from Portuguese and it's used in the Canary Islands with the same meaning. If you think about it, that connection makes complete sense considering the strong Canarian influence in Puerto Rican Spanish. And here's a fun fact for you. This word doesn't have a masculine form, so no, not tito. The next song was Yo Perreo Sola, and I'm almost sure that you know what perreo means, right? Well, let's make sure just in case. Perrear means to twerk. And if you have been living under a rock and have no idea what twerking means, it's this type of dancing the girls were doing during the show. The word comes from perro, because the movements resemble a dog doing, you know. Yo perreo sola means I twerk alone. I dance reggaeton alone. And trust me, this won't be the last time you hear this word. We use it as a noun too, like in the phrase, me encanta el perreo. ¿Y a vos? Now let's listen to the lyrics just a bit.
Antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo. Antes tú no querías, ahora yo no quiero. Antes tú me pichabas.
Las mujeres en el mundo entero,
Antes tú no querías,
perreando sin miedo.
no, tranqui.
Yo perreo.
sola.
Ey, ey, mueve, mueve, mueve.
Yo perreo sola, perreo sola.
Ok, ey, ey.
You already know yo perreo sola, but did you get the rest? Pichear, also pichar in Puerto Rican slang, means ignorar, to ditch someone off. So the girl is saying, you used to ignore me before, and I ignore you now. Before, you didn't want to, and now I don't want to. I twerk alone. If you didn't know this, Puerto Rico is an unincorporated territory of the United States under the designation of Commonwealth, so it has a strong American influence. And what's one thing both places share? A deep love for baseball. And that's exactly where this word comes from. And I'll be honest with you, I know absolutely nothing about baseball because where I'm from, the national sport is football, as in real football. But according to my research, the pitcher is the one who throws the ball. So when someone pichea, they're metaphorically throwing you away, ditching you, ignoring you.
Bienvenido a la fiesta más grande del mundo entero. Ey, ey, yo la conocí a mi África. Ella sabe que aquí hay tique. Quiere que yo se la aplique. Que para que se la trafique. Ey. voy a llevarte pa' perre, mami, pa' que veas cómo es que se perrea. Trae a tu amiga si te gusta la idea. Dile que esta noche vamos a janguear, ey, qué rico lo vamos a pasar. Aquí nadie se va a casar, pero tú te vas a querer quedar, ey.
Here we're going to go line by line. Yo la conocí en Miami, en Brickell. I met her in Miami, in Brickell. Ella sabe que aquí hay tique. She knows there's money here. Tique comes from the English word ticket, but in Puerto Rican slang, it doesn't mean a literal ticket. It's just slang for money. Quiere que yo se la aplique. She wants me to give it to her. Que pa' casa la trafique, that I take her home. And yes, he uses the word trafique, which comes from traficar, but it's not literal trafficking or smuggling. It's just a playful expression to say take her home, bring her over, voy a llevarte pa' PR, or the way Bad Bunny would say it, voy a llevarte pa' PR. I'm going to take you to Puerto Rico. Notice how he says voy instead of voy a. That's not formal Spanish spelling. Spanish doesn't use apostrophes, only tildes, diéresis, and virgulilla. But in songs, you'll often see apostrophes to show that sounds are being dropped to achieve a better flow and rhythm. You can actually see it right here in the lyrics. He says pa instead of para and vamos instead of vamos. Now, PR is something you'll hear a lot in Bad Bunny songs, and it's not really a word but an initialism or sigla in Spanish that stands for Puerto Rico. So let's go back to the lyrics. I'm going to take you to Puerto Rico. Mami, pa' que veas cómo es que se perrea. Mami, so you can see how we twerk. Tráete a tu amiga si te gusta la idea. Dile que esta noche vamos a janguear. Bring your friend if you like the idea. Tell her that tonight we're going to hang out. Janguear probably sounds familiar because it comes from hangout. In Puerto Rican Spanish, the word is borrowed and then turned into a regular AR verb. Yo jangueo, tú jangueas, él janguea, and so on. And to finish with this song, qué rico la vamos a pasar. Aquí nadie se va a casar, pero tú te vas a querer quedar. Hey, hey, we're going to have a great time. Here, no one is getting married, but you will want to stay.
Hey, 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 4 de julio fue el de Rulay. Ando con mi prima borracha Rulay. Los míos en el bronce, ¿ver la que hay? Con la nota en high, por Washington hay. Willy Colón me dicen el malo. Ey, porque pasan los años y sigo dando palos. Vendiendo discos como jugador Frida Kahlo.
Remember I told you I was going to sneak in a couple of Dominican words in here? Well, here's the first one. Rulay. Rulay means to party hard, drinking lots of alcohol and having a wild good time. So, when in the song Bad Bunny says, ando con mi prima, borracha, Rulay, he means I'm out with my cousin, drunk, having a great wild time. And in the next couple of lines he says, con la nota en high, por Washington Heights. La nota in Puerto Rico is that buzz, that feeling you get after drinking lots of alcohol or taking other substances. So, con la nota en high means that you're either feeling very drunk or very high. By the way, if you love reggaeton, you better take notes because this is a word you'll hear all the time in many, many songs. And then he adds, porque pasan los años y sigo dando palo. Dar palo literally means hitting with a stick, but in slang it means to keep killing it, to keep succeeding, to keep putting hits out. So he's basically saying, years go by and I'm still on top. And yep, he's absolutely right. To finish, we're going back to the first song.
Me gustan mucho la Gabriela, la Patricia, la Nicole, la Sofía. Mi primera novia en Kinder María y mi primer amor se llama Talía. Tengo una colombiana que me escribe todos los días y una mexicana que ni yo sabía, otra en San Antonio que me quiere todavía y las de PR que toditas son mías, una dominicana que juega bombón, ey, uva bombón, la de Barcelona que viene en avión.
The first part is beginner Spanish, but we're still going to translate it for all my amazing beginners out there who are trying really hard. I like the Gabrielas, the Patricias, the Nicoles, and the Sofias. My first girlfriend in kindergarten was Maria, and my first love was called Talia. I have a Colombian girl who texts me every day, and a Mexican one I didn't even know about. Another one in San Antonio who still loves me, and the girls from Puerto Rico who are all mine. About the Dominican girl, he says she's uva bombón. This is uva and this is bombón. If you're thinking, oh, she must be a very sweet girl, think again. In Dominican slang, uva bombón is a very sexy, voluptuous, irresistible, curvy woman, like the beautiful dancers we saw in the performance. All of them, uva bombón. Now we need to talk, because when he gets to the girl from Barcelona, things get a little tricky. And a quick trigger warning, if you're not comfortable with strong language, you skip to this minute on the screen. I don't want to hear any complaints later. La de Barcelona que vino en avión. So, the one from Barcelona that came by plane. So far, so good. Y dice que mi bicho está cabrón. If you look up for bicho in a regular dictionary, it means bug or insect, but in Puerto Rican slang, it means... And cabrón is one of those words with a wide range of meanings. It can be a very harsh insult like jerk or bastard, but it can also be used among friends to say something like bro or dude, or even to express admiration like goat or legends. Here it's clearly being used in a positive way. He's exaggerating, he's bragging. We could translate the line as she says my aubergine is insane. And be careful here, don't confuse bicho with bichote, another word you'll hear a lot in Bad Bunny's music. From Big Shot, it refers to a powerful person, a boss, someone with status and control. Originally, it was used to describe a lord or a top-level, but these days it's just someone who's influential and successful. So remember, bicho, anatomical, bichote, boss energy, and bichota, this one. And that was it. I hope you learned lots of new stuff today. But hey, we're not done with Bad Bunny just yet. Stay tuned, because in the next video we're going to talk about why he says Nueva York instead of Nueva York, and what that says about the way people speak Spanish in the Caribbean. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on social media for more content. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao!